Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome. So glad that you created this time for yourself for our super awesome Tabata HIIT circuit. We've got 1 minute. Cutting a little closer today. Sorry about that. Before we get started, the great news is you don't really need anything for today's class besides just some space. We are going to have one weighted move at the very end of the workout. We're going to go for a prone, like chest press, and then a one-sided bicycle. Each of the moves today have some options to get a little bit harder as we go through the circuits. We've got a lot of unilateral moves coming up. And I just encourage you to do your best because every day is different and every day your body feels different, but you're gonna bring whatever it is that your body can today. So because today's workout is as many reps as possible, I want you to put on some fun music. Yay, fun music. Makes everything more fun. Make sure you have some water. We're gonna start our warm up right now as soon as I find where I wrote down the workout. Again, oh my God. I found it. So great. Got the timer. Let me grab my water. There it is. There she is. She's empty. Okay, we got water. We've got the next 44-ish minutes together. They're gonna be amazing. Thanks for creating this time for yourself. Just gonna be a little narcissistic and make sure I can see myself okay on the screen here. And then turn the volume down so we don't hear the delay. All right, things are looking beautiful. Jen's commented. I know we're good. Okay. Take a quick little sip of water if you want. And let's go ahead and get started. We'll start nice and easy, just like usual, with some little lateral side to side step taps and some shoulder rolls. Y'all, I cannot figure out the lighting in here to save my life. All right, go ahead, change the direction of those shoulder rolls. And then we're gonna get those whole bodies going. So next up, we're gonna reach up towards the sky. Bigger step out to the side. Find that pace that works for you. 4 more. 4, 3, big reach. 2, 1. Now sweep it forward. Nice straight arm. Pull that belly in. Find that rotation of your torso. Turning gently side to side. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Keep those feet wide. Tap your opposite toe. Opposite toe. I think I just called it your opposite toe. All right, so we're hinged forward. You can take a bend in your knees if you need to. Really stretch that opposite arm to the sky. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Back to that broad sweep. So you can get a little bit more of a twist of your body. Feel a little bit more of those shoulders engaging. Last 4. 4. Oops. 3. Oh my gosh. 2. 1. Back to overhead. Make sure you're breathing. Everything that you do today, I want you to make sure that you are in control of your breath. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. We're just gonna reach it up and down, belly tight, up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep it up. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Let's turn it into an inchworm. So, oops, Fred, I don't need your peanut trash. Up, down, walk it out into a plank. Allow those hips to drop and hands, palms under your shoulders, and then walk it right back in. Reach all the way up to the sky, belly tight, hinge forward. Bring those hips down, send it back up. Inhale, stretch all the way up. You can come up on your toes too. Let's get 3 more. Send it out. Pull it in. Arms up overhead. Final 2. You can have a bend in your knees if you need to. There is no shame to having a bend in those knees, especially if those hamstrings are feeling really tight. Last one. Let's walk it down. Stay out here in your plank and find a little rotation. So rotate onto one side, turn on those heels, keep that hip up nice and high. Back into your plank, side plank. One more time each side. Whew. Feeling a little crack and really open up, reach up to the ceiling. Last one. Beautiful. Allow those knees to come down to the floor. Give yourself a couple cat-cows. Find the stretch that works for you. You should be feeling a little bit warmer already. I know as soon as I stopped right now, started to feel some sweat starting up. So I'm feeling good and warm, and that's great because I don't want to waste time before, that's not the workout, before we come in today's workout. All right, so we're gonna go for a close step lunge. So normally in a lunge, we would have one foot all the way back, but I want you to bring that foot really close by so that your knees are almost touching side by side. Hold on, it's so dark in here. Let me just make sure you can see my knees. You can. So it seems, okay. All right, so those knees, one is right behind the other, and you're gonna put as little weight on this back foot as possible. For your front foot, I want you to really focus on pressing down through the heel, even through the arch of the foot. If you can see my toes, oh, beautiful, you can. You can even work to lift those toes up. So if you're wearing shoes right now, I would love to imagine seeing the bottom of your foot, but if you find you're a little off balance and you need to put a little bit more weight into this back foot, that's totally okay, because we're about to come on down and just hang out here and pulse it out. You ready? 3, 2, 1, come on down. So those knees are close. You're just getting a little teeny pulse in. You can have your hands at your hips. You can have your hands at your chest. I want you to keep that chest lifted. We're going to stick on this right side. For the first 4, we're going to do 2 like this, and then we're going to change it up. So once again, weight in your heel, very little weight on that back foot. You should feel, take a break. You should feel your glutes and your hamstrings firing up. Take a couple breaths, get yourself ready, and begin again. So really focus on keeping the bend in that knee, keeping the weight in your heels so you still got that glute coming back. Your feet are close to each other, as close as you can get them, as little weight on your toe as possible. It's gonna help you for what we're gonna switch to in our next rounds. All right, so you can stick with that just teeny little pulse, or you're gonna tap this back foot side to side. 3, 2, 1. I'm turning forward so that you can really see that I'm lifting that foot up. And then again, the weight is in the front heel. Y'all, I am starting to sweat. Keep that chest lifted. Set that booty a little bit lower. Starting to feel it. I feel it. Take a break. Oh my gosh. Feel free to shake it out during that break. Last one on this side, same thing. 3, 2, knees close. Here we go. Knees are close, but you don't have to squeeze your knees together. Squeezing your thighs together is going to help you a little bit with balance if you feel like your balance is off. Make sure you got that weight in your heel. Really press through that heel. Lift those toes up a little as you can. Whew. We made it through one side. So next up, we're going to come to the other. Remember, balance can be different. Maybe start with those hands on your hips, feet close. We're just going to pulse it out. Stay down, teeny little pulses. Just focusing. Oh my gosh, I'm pressing through that heel. Find one spot to focus your eyes. The more you focus your eyes on one spot and control your breath, can you sit a little lower? Yes! All right, I practice all these moves over the weekend, so I promise you, they're winners. Let's begin again. I was texting with a friend last night and I said, you know what, I have to go because I'm feeling so sore right now that I honestly just need to go to sleep. Okay, so shift that weight back, get that booty back, back, back. Oh, take a break. Oh my gosh. So just like a regular lunge, you don't want the weight to come forward or your knee to come forward. You really want to shift those hips back. Let's find that lift of that leg. So tapping it, sitting low. Ooh. Rest through that heel and the arch of your foot. Hands at your hips are going to help you with that balance. And if you really need to, if you're like struggling big time, you can have your hand on something. Ooh, take a break. I'm not going to stop you as long as you have this bend in your knee and that booty back. You're going to feel it. So really work. Last one. Stretch those glutes to the back. Keep that weight in your heel. You still have the ball of the foot down, but you're finding a lift in your toes. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Pull your belly in. Keep this great form all the way to the very end. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we made it. All right, grab some water. Just a couple sips and let's come on down to the floor. You get a mini break while I show you what's coming up next. All right, the first move that we've got of the day is just a plank. You can be a straight arm, you can be on your forearms. If you need to be on your knees here in a check mark, if that's the plank that works for you today, that's fine. Here's what I want you to really make sure you're doing. Pressing those hands, palms into the floor, keeping them underneath of your shoulders, keeping that back active and really pulling your belly in. Your hips are going to be in line with or below your shoulders. There's no down dog today. You're welcome. Okay, so starting off with those planks first, then we're going to do push-ups after that. So 2 rounds of planks. Start in 3, 2, 1. Begin. All right, so pull that belly in, squeezing those glutes, pushing through those hands, palms. If you need to, you can always separate your feet out a little bit wider, which can help with stability as well. Keep those hips low, keep that belly pulled in, and take a break. Yay, maybe go for a little child's pose, relax your shoulders, or lift your hands up off of the floor. And begin. All right, so next up we've got some push-ups. Pull that belly in, squeeze those glutes. Stretch through the crown of your head. No shoulders as earrings. Challenge yourself to see that change. You made it, awesome. All right, so push-ups are coming up next. If you can be on your toes, awesome. I'm gonna be on my knees, keeping those elbows close by my sides, going back to the hips. These are some tricep-focused push-ups. And you're bringing that chest down. You're bringing your shoulders to your fingers, chest down. Even if you need to stop at the bottom and take a second, and you're lifting up the same way. So we're not doing the worm. We're not bringing those bellies down first. Take a break. If you find yourself bringing your belly first, come on into tabletop and just work on getting those dip of your shoulders. Maybe round 2 starts right now. I'm not gonna lie, push-ups are hard. They are not my favorite, but I'm doing them every day, okay? I know that sounds excessive, but they seem to pop up in a lot of workouts. You don't have to do a million push-ups. You just have to do effective push-ups. All right, so next up, we've just got a plank. We're gonna tap our shoulder. Tap that shoulder. Here we go. Tap opposite shoulders. Still working to keep your hands, palms under your shoulders though. It's natural when you start to take this shift of your body for those hips to rise up. So pull that belly in tight, keep those shoulders forward, keep your eyes forward. Take a break. All right, you can stay right there, or you can do 1 shoulder tap, 1 push-up. 3, 2, begin. So I'm gonna come on my knees for my push-up, oops, peanuts, and then come onto my toes for the shoulder tap. work to pull your belly in. Try not to let those hips rock side to side. As you tap those shoulders, take a break. Awesome, you can continue there or keep going. 2 shoulder taps, 1 push-up. Begin. Take your time, you're moving with control. Make sure you're not leading with your belly. Take the worm out. Even if you have to slow down. Awesome, y'all. We got 1 more. Let's do 2 push-ups, 2 shoulder taps. 3, 2, 1. It's just 20 seconds. It's just 20 seconds, and these are the only push-ups in today's workout. But we do have a variety of planks coming up. I'm gonna tire out these arms today. You made it. Awesome. Take a break. Take your time. Come on up to your feet. We're gonna somewhat relax the upper body a little bit. Grab that sip of water. Find those stretches that your body needs. Next up, we got a wide leg squat pulse. We're gonna use our arms as well. Engage our back just a little bit here in this one. So I want those feet out nice and wide. We're gonna get a goddess squat, working those inner outer thighs. This workout's for real, y'all. It's real. Okay, so you're gonna have your arms up at shoulders height. See if you can keep them at shoulders height. And we're just gonna pulse back with those thumbs to squeeze those shoulder blades together while we hang out down here in a nice low goddess squat. So I want you to resist finding that extra, finding a weird arch in your back, keeping the pelvis tucked under. Oh my gosh. Ooh, and the weight in your heels and the squeeze of those hands palms. Let's do the first 2 like that. And then you know I'm gonna give you an option to make it harder. All right, so feet nice and wide. Bring those arms out to the side. Once again, keeping the weight in your heels in 3, 2, 1, get low. All right, so we're low. We're just gonna stay here. We're staying in the squat and we're just pulsing our arms. It's a delightful distraction. Open those thighs nice and wide. Pull that belly in. Ooh, take a break. Shake it out during your break because we're doing that same thing again. 3, 2, 1, here we go. If you want to add a little pulse here, I'm not going to stop you, but I want you to just work on staying low. And if you're adding that pulse, make sure you're pressing up through those heels and squeezing that glute. Beautiful. All right, ready to work harder? We're gonna go for 3 pulses, and then we're gonna go for 1 cross leg. Awesome. If you are not ready for the jump, you can always just cross and come on back into your squat. Make sure you bring the weight back into your heels and get down low again. Are you switching? Which leg is crossing in the front? Oh, take a break. Oh my gosh. Same thing. 1 cross, 3 pulses. 3, 2, 1, cross it out. You can do whatever you want with your arms. Oh, I like this jack. I feel like I'm clapping for myself. Yeah, keep it up, girl. Take a break. All right, let's add in double cross, both directions. 3, 2, 1, begin. Are you still getting low? Oh my God. Pull that belly and make sure you're not overarching that back. Oh my gosh. The burn, the burn. My quads. Ooh, they are trembling. Y'all, we got 1 minute of actual work left to go. 3, 2, 1. And if you need to, remember, you can come and stay right here the whole time. Make sure you're still breathing, whatever it is that you're doing. You're bringing the weight back into those heels. Yes! All right, this time we're gonna go for triple cross. Getting those heart rates up a little here. Last 2 rounds, 20 seconds of work. Keep that belly pulled in. Bring that weight back to your heels. Can you still keep those arms at shoulders height? 3, 2, 1. Oh. Last time through. Then we get to come down to the floor. Begin. Triple cross. Are you finding that squeeze of your shoulder blades behind you? Your arms aren't just flying at the sides. Finding that engagement in that upper back. Thumbs to the back of the room. You made it. Whew. Walk it out. Awesome. Grab a little bit of water. We're coming on down to the floor for some side planks. Oh my gosh. Water. Okay. Side plank. You can pick whichever side you would like to start with. Friend, I'm already giving you nuts today. You're so mean sometimes. Just like chill out. Okay, we're coming on down to the floor. We're gonna stay here for the first 2 minutes, but we're gonna switch it up after 2 rounds. Your choice if you would like to be straight arm or if you would like to be on a bent arm. I want you to get your hips up off the floor. So you have a couple options, and I'm going to not go for the hardest option today. As much as I can't wait for you guys to see my arms tremble, I'm gonna keep my forearm down on the ground. I'm gonna extend my lower leg, but I'm gonna find a little bit of assistance and stability. It's gonna take a lot of the pressure off of keeping my hips lifted and the outside of my lower foot by having my bottom leg on top. Now alternately, you can bend that bottom leg and extend your top leg. We're not doing anything with the legs today. We're only going to be working the upper body, find a little work in our core as well. All right, so decide what works for you. You can mix it up next time if you don't like what you picked. We start in 3, 2, 1, begin. Extend that arm up towards the ceiling so that you can really stack one shoulder on top of the other. I want you to stretch that lifted hip, the top one, all the way up towards the sky. So find a little squeeze of your glutes, a little press forward of the hips, feeling some activation. Take a break. Awesome. Work to find this length too, from the crown of the head stretching out through your shoulders. Lift yourself up. Really press down through your elbow. Rotating yourself open. Oh, 5 amazing more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Next up, we're going to bring our fingertips close by our head. We're going to round down and work to tap that elbow towards the floor. So come on down to your forearm if you were on a straight arm and begin. So rounding down, tap it to the floor, and then open all the way back up. Can you still keep that hip lifted as well? Press down through that elbow. 3, 2, oh my gosh. We got 1 more. 3, 2, 1. whatever it takes to keep going. That's what you need to do. It's so easy to be like, oh, that's hard. I give up. I don't want to do that. But there's so many ways to make it easier, to just keep going. You made it. We made it through one side. Let's switch on over to that opposite side. More than halfway through. Oh, we're there. All right. Press yourself up. Keep that hip lifted. Make sure you're not collapsing to the floor here. So right now, working to open that chest. Really stretch up towards the ceiling. Keep that hip lifted. Belly tight. Take a break. Yes. Oh, we're just like having fun down here. 3, 2, 1, begin. Just keep breathing. Keep squeezing those shoulder blades towards each other, chest nice and open, a nice little stretch. 3, 2, 1, take your break. All right, so next up, we're gonna find that rotation. So bringing your fingers by your ears, curling down, here we go. In it to win it. Keep that belly pulled in. Just move in control here. Slowly tapping down. Controlled. Controlled as you open back up as well. Take a break. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Lift yourself up and begin. Breathe through it. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Yay, we get to stay on the floor. We're gonna be down here on our mats through the rest of class. But if you need to get up to grab your water, grab some water. Gonna relax that upper body. Coming up next. Come back to those glutes. Glute bridges. All right, so we're gonna do some single leg glute work. If single leg glute work does not work for you, you're just gonna do some glute bridges. But I encourage you to at least give this a try. Okay, awesome. Go ahead and keep your left foot planted. We're gonna take our right leg and we're gonna cross it over into a nice figure 4. So we can start off easy breezy, beautiful. Now you can add an extra challenge here by either stretching your arms up towards the ceiling or crossing your hands over your chest so that you're not using your arms to stabilize on the floor. Or, let's be real, single leg glute work takes a lot of balance. You can have those arms on the floor because remember, I'm gonna add in options to make things more challenging each time. Okay, so starting off, if you need to, both feet are on the floor. Hopefully you're at least trying one round with this figure 4 in 3, 2, 1, and just up and down, up and down. Oops. You know what? We're worth a couple extra seconds. Beautiful. You're working one glute, you're finding a little stretch on the other side. I got y'all. All right, so remember, you can stay right here with this leg crossed for the next round, or we're just gonna extend out from the knee. And we're just gonna do the same thing. So still lifting up and down. Just a little bit more challenging to have this leg extended. Oh my gosh, take a break. Awesome. Next up, we are going to add in a leg lift and then right back into that same height. Let's stay lifted though. So staying lifted, just up and straight. Hips are staying high this whole time. So a little extra challenge into that left leg. Awesome. Our last little increase while staying lifted is we're going to come up, back to knee height, open, and then back in. Just a little teeny bit to the side though. Begin. So up, back in, couple inches out, back in, up, down, bring it out and in. The more that you really work to bring those two thighs in line with each other, oh my gosh, yay, take a break. The more challenging that one is. Let's switch to the opposite side. You're welcome. So starting with this figure 4, shoulders away from ears, belly tight, begin. Uncle Buck, what are you upset about? You're not even doing these with us. So really squeeze that glute, lift those hips up. Control lower down. As soon as that booty touches, you're pressing right back up. Take a break. All right. Remember, you can stay there, or you're going to extend that leg out. 2 knees in one line. Begin. Still working to lift and lower for these first 2 rounds on this side. Keep those shoulders pulled away from your ears. Your upper body is nice and relaxed on the floor. Oh, take a break. All right, next time we're going to stay lifted. We got that leg coming straight up and coming back into a diagonal. Begin. So up and straight. Keeping those hips lifted this time. Oh, you guys are doing great. You are so close. Take a break. Oh my gosh. Last one. We're going to come up, down, out, and in. And then we've just got, begin. We've got only one more Tabata move that we're going to do after this. We've got an ab challenge, and we're making lots of time for some big stretching in our cool down today. Because I know that your body needs a good stretch after this. Take a break. Oh my gosh, we made it. Yay! Oh. Find what feels good for you. I'm going to do a little knees in towards the chest. A little rocking side to side. Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to already start to get a nice little stretch on the front side of the body. Little tricep work. Teeny little bit more cardio. Total body, total body. Total body weight moves. Okay, so next up, we're gonna do a little alternating between reverse tabletop. We're gonna try out a little reverse plank, if you can, and mountain climbers. Y'all have seen mountain climbers before, so you can do those. All right, so for our reverse tabletop, it's really up to you to figure out what feels best for your hands. Some people might want to have their fingers pointing all the way towards the back of the mat. I kind of like to point my fingers out to the sides or a little bit more in towards my glutes. Get those triceps working a little bit more in this direction as well. So we're just gonna press ourselves up, and I want you to work to keep those hips nice and high for a big old reverse tabletop. And we're just gonna hang out there for 20 seconds. And that's all you got to do. All right, 3, 2, 1, begin. Cool, so really squeezing those glutes, pushing those hips up, pressing into those hands, palms, pressing into those heels. My upper body is starting to tremble a little bit. Take a break. Shake it out. We got that same thing coming up again. 3, 2, 1, begin. I did this weekend after a really hard upper body strength class. Wow. And I was like, that's fun. I'm gonna bring that to the numbers. Squeeze those glutes, lift those hips up a little higher. Awesome. All right, turning it over. Coming into our mountain climbers. Begin. Really press off those toes. Let's go for some fast mountain climbers here. If you got it in you, as soon as those toes tap down, just drive that knee up towards your chest. Keep those hips low. Take a break. Now, if you have to be on your knees, if you're modifying for this, let's just crunch it in and hold it. 3, 2. Really use that exhale to find that knee drive towards your nose, little rounding of that back. If you're not going to be on your toes, if you're taking that modification. If you're being smart for your body, we should say. Okay, cool, that was 2. All right, so next up, we're going to turn back over. You can either stick with reverse tabletop or keep your legs straight and just press yourself up into a reverse plank. If you can get those toes down on the floor, great. I don't currently have the ankle dexterity, but press into those hands, palms. Take a break. Awesome. 1 more of either that or your reverse tabletop. 3, 2, 1. Lift yourself up. Find a spot, relax your eyes. You can even let your head fall back if you want. Hi, Fred. Hi. Awesome. Last 2 rounds. Back to those mountain climbers. I know those arms are getting tired. 3, 2, begin. Go for a cross body this time. It's natural to go a little bit slower when you're crossing that body. Remember, you can open your feet a little bit wider in your plank. If you need to for your balance, keep that weight forward. Oh, you made it through 1 of 2. Last one. 3, 2, 1, begin. Keep that weight shifted forward. Oh, wow. I really feel it. I feel it in my abs so deep. Doing it right here from tabletop. Using that exhale to really squeeze. Awesome, y'all. Great news. We're coming into our last 2 minutes of work. Last 2 minutes of work. And you need a weight. This is the one exercise we're going to use a weight for today. Take a second, grab a sip of water. I'm going to grab a sip of water. Grab your weight if it's not nearby. I'm going to grab a heavier weight. Okay, let me show you what's coming up. We're going to lay down. Bam. One arm has a weight. It is going to do a nice, oh, our legs are going to be in tabletop. We're going to do a nice overhead press. This arm is going to come down. The opposite elbow and knee are going to come together. So you really only need to have one leg lifted. You can have 2 legs lifted though if you want to work those abs a little bit harder. Don't keep your opposite heel on the floor. So you're going to go for a single arm press and then a runner's crunch or a bicycle crunch or whatever works for you. The more that you lift those shoulders up the floor, the more challenge that you're going to bring to yourself. But I want you to make sure you're keeping that lower back glued down to the mat. All right, so we got 1 minute on each side. I'm going to keep us honest. We're going to set a timer. We will take 10 seconds between. And one time on each side is all that we're going for. Are you ready? So pick which side you want to have your weight in to begin. We start in 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So overhead press, you can balance that forearm on the ground, get your crunch. Press. So the more that you have these legs extended, the more that you're constantly working these lower abs. Try not to actually touch the opposite hand to your head so that you're not pulling yourself up. You're really using those obliques to find the motion. You're doing awesome. If you need to have your feet on the floor, if you need to keep that opposite foot on the floor for a little bit of balance, you are welcome to. Just doing the best you can, challenging the body you have today so you can see some results tomorrow. Or feel them, at least you can feel them. 5 more seconds on this side. If you got some music going, find a beat, keep it, take a break. Awesome. Coming to the opposite side. This is our last move of the day, and then we're gonna stay right here and go right into our stretching. Begin. So you got that overhead press, and then elbow to knee crunch. Try not to touch your head. Gonna make you work a little bit harder to get that whole body to twist. Can you kick that heel low to the floor? As long as that lower back stays glued down, go for it. If you find your lower back arching, kick that leg up to the sky. Almost there. You're so much further than halfway. Just about the last couple of moments here. Let's say there's 10 of them. Finish strong with me here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Put your weight down. Go ahead, draw those knees in towards your chest. Take a moment, maybe you need to rock side to side. Get as much of your upper body flat on the mat as you can. Start to stretch your elbows down towards your hips. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Take one more deep inhale here, and on your exhale, release your left leg. Keep holding on to that right knee as you extend your left leg out. If it's really hard for you to keep this left leg extended, you can always take a slight bend of that knee, keeping that lower back supported on the mat. Take one more big inhale, and on your exhale, go ahead, extend this right leg up towards the sky. You can grab hold either at the thigh or on your calf. Don't hold on to the back of your knee. If you can hold on to your pants, you can even pull your pants towards your face. We're working on getting a big stretch here on the back of your hamstring. And if you need to take a slight bend of your knee, that's fine. As you flex your toes back towards your face, you're going to increase the stretch even more. And if you can grab hold of your toe, awesome. You can grab hold of your toe. You can do whatever feels good for you. And next up, we're going to come into single leg happy baby. So go ahead. Maybe you can grab hold of your toe or the outside of your foot. Find as much of a bend in your knee as you can. Really work on starting to slow your breath down here. Go ahead, take one more big inhale. On your exhale, you're going to gently release that right foot down towards the floor. Extend your arms out to the side and cross your leg over the left side of your body. Come into as deep of a spine twist as feels good for you. If it feels right, turn your chin towards your right side. Keep working to slow that exhale down. Take 2 more breaths here. And after that next exhale, gently roll onto your back once more and draw both knees in towards your chest again. Stretching those elbows down towards your hips. Maybe you can get a little bit more of the back of your head, the back of your neck, your spine supported on the mat this time. So keeping that lower back glued down on the mat, your belly in nice and tight. This time we're going to go ahead and extend our right leg out. Just taking a moment right here. And a little, oh my God, wind removing pose. Let's find that big stretch on our hamstrings. So go ahead, extend that leg up towards the ceiling, either grabbing hold at the back of the leg, the back of the calf, grabbing hold of your pants, whatever is available to you today. Really use your exhale, work to relax your shoulders down to the mat as much as possible. And then flex your toes back towards your face. So even if you're not holding onto your leg, if that's too big of a stretch for you, just stretching that heel up towards the ceiling and flexing your toes back to your face is going to bring a stretch into your calf, into the back of your legs. You're still going to feel something. All right, now go ahead, bend that knee. Come into whatever happy baby you can get on this side. You can always just bend your knee, and this time it's okay to grab hold behind the knee area. Still just working to slow your breath down, being in control. Take your last 2 breaths in happy baby. And then we're going to release the sole of that foot down to the floor, extend our arms out to the side once more, and come into your spine twist. Opposite side. Give yourself a couple breaths to come as deep into the twist as feels good for you. So, option to turn your chin towards your left shoulder in the direction away from your knees. Oh, feels so good. Take 2 more breaths here, and then we're going to roll onto our bellies. So turning over to that right side, rolling over onto your bellies. Go ahead, press yourself back and come into child's pose. Find some, oh my gosh, big stretches for our shoulders, for our backs. Couple breaths right here in child's pose. We're going to come back to child's pose in just a second. Pull yourself forward, get your forearms down on the mat. Elbows underneath of the shoulders. Really press those elbows into the floor to feel that stretch on your lower back. Take 1 more big breath here. Go ahead, press into your hands, palms. Come back into child's pose for just a moment. Take a deep inhale, pull yourself forward. This time, straight arms, a little bit of a deeper stretch. Look up and seal. Go ahead, tuck your toes under, send your hips up towards the ceiling for down dog, and just walk your feet forward. Come right into that forward fold. Big bend on your knees. Last option to just bend one knee into the other. Shake your hips out. Shake your head out. And that's all the time we have for today, y'all. So slowly, gently roll yourself up. Find a big stretch at the top. Inhale all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, relax those arms down by your side. Great work. I hope that you're feeling amazing. Way to make it through the whole thing. Y'all did a great job. I can't wait to see you again soon. Have a wonderful night.